New York Jets fans going to be sitting here watching Sam Darnold this year. Just if I need another thing to drive me crazy, I got to watch Sam Darnold in purple. Going to be the Pro Bowl this year. Carolina fans, like what the heck is going on with Sam Darnold? What's going on with Sam Darnold?
screaming woods and empty rooms, or gloomy vaults and sunken tombs, where monks and nuns in dust decay, and shadows dance at close of day. Smacking off is coming at you alive, and that's better than dead, isn't it? Where the bat dips on the wing, and spectral choirs on breezes sing, where swords of ancient battles clash, and shimmering shades for freedom dash. Smacking off is coming at you alive, and that's better than dead, isn't it? Where the bat dips on the wing, and spectral choirs on breezes sing, where swords of ancient battles clash, and shimmering shades for freedom dash. Smacking off is coming at you alive, and that's better than dead, isn't it? Raging storms at midnight howl, and distant rolls of thunder growl, where the hounds of hell take flight, and ghost clouds race across the night. Smacking off is coming at you alive, and that's better than dead, isn't it? Where silhouettes of spiders weave, and star-crossed lovers take their leave, where curses lay the spirits low, and mortal footsteps fear to go. Smacking off is coming at you alive, and that's better than dead, isn't it? Where death holds life in grim embrace, its lines etched on the sinner's face, where'er the march of time is flaunted, voices cry, this place is haunted.
CBD for Life offers a variety of THC-free CBD products, including CBD rubs, gummies, tinctures, sprays, CBD skincare products, and more. Expertly crafted to help you look and feel your best. Go to smecology.42web.io and click our CBD for Life link at the top of the page for great deals on assorted CBD products.
He would be so scared to see me.
Everybody thinks we was doing this shit, doxing motherfuckers. Nah, they came at us first.
I got a fire raging in my front yard.
Oh, why did you set your front yard on fire? Are you drinking anything?
Smacking off the podcast. Fuck your cities on balls. Because those authorities. Smacking off the podcast. Fuck your team, dog balls. You call them sports authorities.
Smacking off the podcast.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Can you all hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Good.
So
I feel like a cat. I've been fixed.
I have to apologize to you and Nikki, Bob. I was sitting there and I was like, when the hell are they coming in? I mean, shit, we're about to freaking kick off. So I'm a creature of habit, and like I just do things by pattern. And so I got out of my pattern and out a little bit, which is going to take some getting used to. And I just totally forgot to give you guys the link.
That's all right, man. That's what it is. We got her done, though.
So that's what happened.
We're here.
So welcome back to Smacking Off the Podcast, then. Hell yeah. And we got it shared due to our frustrations with the internet BS, and who said that our special song or whatever it was about our show was contrived, which I think that's all bullshit, Doug. We didn't infringe on nothing, man. That's they need to get off this shit. Everything that we did was created by us or AI at our behest. And I personally want to say to everybody involved with the blocking of the sharing of Tuesday's show that fuck you and your team.
So here's what happened, Bob. And I don't know if you had realized that I told y'all, though, it wasn't the music. The music's not what got us.
The Doors?
It was actually, it was the door scene. And so what ended up getting me to where I'm at right now, where they're fucking with me, is that I uploaded and deleted the video like 3 or 4 times, and I guess they considered that suspicious.
Goodness.
I finally figured out what it was.
There you go.
Well, it wasn't the music at all.
No, you created
you said,
the Doors.
Fuck them anyway.
You created the Doors.
No, no, the Doors was it was a Creative Commons thing that I found, a green screen thing that I found.
Oh yeah.
So I shouldn't have changed to it last week. I already had one that I knew worked, but Creative Commons. I've never had a problem with anything, but apparently somebody shared it as Creative Commons and they didn't own it.
Well, I'm good with fuck them.
So that's.
It's just because we're
I'm good
popular
with fuck 'em
now.
too. It's something, man.
Yeah, they're popular. You know, there's a lot of things that are popular. That's why you couldn't get a soda machine in school, because the popular girls never voted for it. You know, that's what life has become like. It's become like student council in junior high, right? Where they just vote all the popular people for everything, and they don't get nothing done.
So you guys got to look at my Tweety Bird and Sylvester here.
Oh, I like it.
Which that's one of the greatest Halloween cartoons ever. Was the Halloween special they ran in like 1978, and that's what it's from.
My kids.
That's when Tweety got a hold of whatever the medicine was that turned him into Mr. Hyde. Or sorry, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, I guess.
I
I don't know. Which way does that go, Bob? Do they start out as Dr. Jekyll and end as Mr. Hyde, or is it a opposite?
Yeah, they start out as Mr. Jekyll and then they go to Mr. Hyde, kind of like the overdrive pedal on my pedal board, right? The Jekyll side is your kind of like low grade, and the Hyde side is your red button of death and destruction. So I'm sure it's all what it's all about for him. Did you ever see Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde get together again? Where he stands, he grows. I know you never forget
Sorry,
this.
I missed that last part.
So, well, here's why if you ever see it, you'll remember it. During his transformation to Mr. Hyde, he grows like cocaine fingernail, right about 4 inches long, and then he somehow magically appears with some Dane quality cocaine and snorts it, and then then he goes to the mirror, he goes, "Bang, kiss myself." You know what I'm saying? So he was quite cool. That's the way I feel about our college football this week.
We got some fucking games this week now.
We do.
Now where is Mr. Sean? He's running casually late.
Yeah. He might miss the lane.
Okay, so we will.
Wasn't he going to New Jersey?
I think he is, but I wasn't told that he wasn't coming on tonight. He didn't tell me that.
I couldn't remember.
I mean, I heard something about New Jersey, but I don't know. I think maybe that's next week or something. It's a business trip.
I'm just happy my internet.
Anyway, we'll see.
I thought he meant Notre Dame was playing Rutgers when he said business trip.
Well, y'all want to pull up these rankings?
Let's do it.
Listen, we'll go ahead and start with Bob here, and I do want to go ahead and say that I think Sean is probably the only one that's doing these rankings correctly, and I'm not positive about that, but Sean is going ahead and arranging them like. See, I've got Ohio State and Oregon. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's Bob's. But I've got Ohio State and Oregon in my top 4, but there's no way that can happen as the end result. Only Ohio State or Oregon can be in that top 4.
So in other words, you want to change. You want to change the definition of the. Now, is the committee going to do it the way that you're saying? Whereas, if you could be the second best team in the country, but if you're the second best team in your conference, the best you could be is 5th. Is the committee going to do it that way?
I'm not sure.
I mean, they'll do it at the end.
12, so that we do that. It's going to be the best of the 4 top conferences is 1, 2, 3, and 4, if that's possible. And then your second ones are going to tier in underneath. I think that's why they went to a 12.
Shout out to
I can't hear anything. Hello?
Hello?
Can you see me, Nikki?
I can see you. Can you see me?
Yes, I can. Doug must have had problems. You may have to go into your admin part of it and open it back up again and then add him. Let's see what he says. Doug may have had a power outage or something. Here, I'm going to message him. And The worst thing about it, I think Doug lost internet or something. Let's see. I'm gonna look at all of our names here and see the chat members. And no, it doesn't say whether or not he's active. So I don't know. But here we are. I wonder if we're still live to the world. If
There
we
he
are,
is. No, we got 3.
there you go. We got
There he is. And Sean.
hell, it's everything you want. We
So
got
hey,
Sean.
can you?
Yes.
I can hear you. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you, Ed.
Okay, good. All right, so it was a
So I've been.
temporary problem. And I see
So
Sean
I
is
guess
here.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, guys. I have no clue. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hey.
I can hear you. 18 people. It was booting everybody just like right down the line. I could see everybody.
Yes, I think you might be having some internet problems or something there, Doug, because you're getting like 80s technology wise, like I'm playing with a mini Moog. But that's all right. We're on college football, and we were discussing that. What? Say what?
Well, Doug, you had said that Sean's rankings appear to be the only ones that are correct, but Dr. Ball's look right.
Yeah, I had my top 4.
Doug didn't pay his Wi-Fi this month.
Partial payment.
They may be having some kind of storm damage, and that's what I try to do is look at who I predicted. What's that, Doug? I tried to look at who I project as being the top 4 conference champions in my ranking, which right now I have Oregon, Georgia, Miami, and Ohio State. And then I went from the first. Who could be in the first ground game?
That doesn't. Sorry to interrupt you, but that doesn't work.
Right.
You just said Oregon, Georgia, Miami, and Ohio State. You can't have 2 Big Ten conference champions. Oregon and Ohio State are both in the Big Ten.
I thought I said Iowa State for number 4. My bad.
You did. You might have just said.
No,
You said maybe it was a Freudian slip, but you said Ohio State.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Ohio State, but your rankings say Iowa State. Then that would be correct. Yeah.
Yes, I misspoke there because.
Okay. All right.
I
don't have your graphic up, Bob, so I can't see it. So.
Yeah, see, I have it saved here, and that's why I have at number 5. I had Penn State, but if you go back to the 4, that's who I projected the conference champion. Oregon looks good as a projected Big Ten champion because of the fact they beat Ohio State. I don't know who else is going to challenge them, though. I'd love to see Michigan beat them, but I hate to rate, And then Georgia, well, they beat. Even though they lost to Alabama, Alabama's fallen off, and they beat the prohibitive favorite in the SEC. And Miami's still undefeated. And the way their schedule plays out, they may not have to play all the leaders of the conference. And then at this point, Iowa State looks like the class of the Big 12, which is a tough conference. They'll definitely be deserving. Notre, I got Penn State as an at-large bid, Ohio State, Texas is an at-large bid. Tennessee and LSU as at-large bid, and then BYU and Boise State. But guys, this can change. What's happening? In my opinion, Notre Dame, Army, and Navy are all right there.
So there's a team that nobody's talking about. It's right in the thick of everything.
Who's that?
Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt. Yeah, they are right there. They got to win out though.
Yeah, and last time I checked, they were fucking up my 9-leg parlay with the first leg.
So, what's their part of the 9-leg parlay?
I have Syracuse plus 5.5.
So you're saying they're losing to Syracuse this minute?
No, they're beating Syracuse. It was 24-0.
Oh, did you get any of that action, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, Syracuse is definitely in the hunt. They only have one loss.
That's true. Everybody's overlooking them as well.
I mean, we talked about this the other day in that model. There's 35 teams technically still alive. So,
Absolutely.
I broke it down by a conference. You know, there's 7 in the Big 10, 6 in the ACC, 7 in the Big 12, 8 in the SEC, and then if you put Notre Dame and the group of 5 together, there's 8 there. That gives you 35 teams that are mathematically and schedule-wise still alive.
There you go. And you know what's interesting about it to me is preseason we were talking with the Big 10 and the SEC may get in 4 teams apiece, but I'm looking now with some of these other teams that are rising up, like Army, Navy, Boise State. Notre Dame has a chance. I don't know that we're going to have as big a representation as we thought we would, even though I see 3 as being definitely possible for both those conferences. But hell, the Big 12 may get a couple. It's going to be more representative of college football than I think people thought it would be.
I think it would be great, but you know what that means, right? In the off season, the Feinbaum media machine and whoever the Big Ten's talking piece is will say, well, we didn't get enough teams in because our conferences are so hard. Well, this is your fault for bringing in all these extra teams and making your conference that big. You have no one to blame but yourselves.
Oh, I agree.
It's better that way. I like it better. It's the best of the best.
I don't think they're going to say it publicly. They're going to operate behind the scenes. Oh, the next round of CFP negotiations, they'll probably up it to 16 teams, and the SEC and the Big Ten will guaranteed get 4 in every time. That's what they'll do.
That'd suck because that really isn't competitive. You're not really fighting for anything, and at that point, the CFP berth would be cheap, and even at 12 teams, 12 teams is interesting because it allows for a group of 5 team to get in at larges such as Notre Dame that aren't affiliated, and yet it keeps it from having bad teams in. As we know from some of the playoff games that we've seen, even in a 14 playoff, teams could get exposed, such as TCU did a couple years ago. And they can get exposed and see that they ain't even good enough to be in a 14 playoff, right? And the only high side to the 12th team, other than the fact that I think it's going to be pretty broad, is that the first round games are going to be on campus. I dig that anyway. But otherwise, you could basically say the second tier of the college football playoff, probably most of them definitely wouldn't have made a 14 playoff. And we've seen in a 14 playoff, at least one of the teams is weak.
Except that TCU team that got blown out by Georgia did, in fact, beat Michigan. So, yeah.
They did. I can't say that they were exposed. I mean,
I think Georgia was just that damn good.
They were that, and it was a shock for TCU to be there. And you're going to get that until some of these teams that's not made it to even a New Year's Six game in the last few years. These young guys, they're going to go through that too. This is something, a lot bigger than what they're used to. So we'll see that until they go constantly.
Well, so Doug's having problems, and we're not getting new graphics up because of that. And I think he's having internet problems because of the way that he's unable to communicate. So here's what I think we ought to do then. Yep, there we go. I think he's coming back. Are you back in there, Doug? Well,
I have a question for Sean. Can you hear me? I had a question for Sean. Hello? Can you all hear me?
Blanket for me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Is Sean there? Got a question for Sean.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, he's not here yet. Yeah, this ain't working tonight. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. So what it's doing is it just keeps like booting everybody.
That's crazy.
Group and go at it tomorrow.
I guess I don't know. I guess we could.
I could do it.
I don't think we're gonna get through this segment.
That
It's
appears.
we're trying to make it work. That's for sure. And they speaker test speaker. All right. Yeah, because when I come back in, I had problems with my mic. To the speakerphone. All right. But I mean, we could try it for a minute, see what it does.
Well, I wish Sean would come back in. So somebody tell Sean to come back in, and we'll see if we can get this motherfucker off the ground.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
He's not showing on my end. He's not in.
Nope. Nikki hit him up. Now, I'm having the same problem I was having on when I first started my phone, where I have to where it's not giving me any. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is that Sean?
Nope, Sean's not in yet.
Who's that?
Test speaker. Hell,
Who said that?
anyway, it's not giving me fully across my phone speakers, but that's all right. We'll figure it out.
Well, anyway, so if y'all can hear me, then I will try to say what I was saying earlier. That I think
I can hear
Sean's
you.
the only one that's paying it. Okay, so everybody hears me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So I think that Sean is the only one that's doing this the way the committee is going to do it, but I'm not positive on that.
Dr.
And y'all
Balls
heard
was
what I was
correct.
saying.
Dr. Ball's list is correct.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
look at it. Okay. So what are you correct?
Sean says he keeps dropping
Yeah.
every time he tries.
Yes. We may have to do this again tomorrow night.
Let's do it. Y'all want to end it?
Yeah, I'm ready to. I'm available tomorrow.
Yep, I'm free. We're away tomorrow night.
But we had some
All right,
technical. We've had some technical difficulties. We have to work it out and sort our fans. We'll get her done tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
Night, everyone.
All right.
Night.
Later.
Man, I just.